fires didn't arrive quietly.
The RFS is saying that these conditions are going to be much worse than predicted.
11 fires.
There are 54 fires.
I've got 75.
They came screaming. No warning, no mercy, just heat, wind, and the sound of the world tearing itself apart.
The wall of smoke and flames over the ridge here. Police quickly moved to try and evacuate people.
It is too late to leave.
One moment the sky was blue, the next it was orange.
And that this morning is a time for gathering information. They're unsure overnight exactly where the fire has travelled.
By the time people realized what was happening, it was already too late.
Just then, through the darkness, two lights appeared. A firefighter driving a bulldozer responded to Jessen's call for help and started clearing an escape route.
These are the 10 wildfires that didn't just burn the land. They rewrote the rulebook on destruction. Buckle up, we're going in fast. Number 10, Paradise vanishes. Campfire, 2018.
This is what all the neighborhoods look like in Paradise right now. There are power lines everywhere, gas lines are blown, entire homes are just leveled.
Paradise, California woke up expecting an ordinary morning. Coffee brewing, school buses warming up, the usual rhythm of a quiet mountain town. But deep in the canyon below, a spark the size of a fingernail dropped into grass. So dry it might as well have been gasoline-soaked paper. The fire didn't crawl. It didn't hesitate.
New drone footage of the devastation shows how quickly the fire consumed the town of Paradise as home after home was leveled.
It sprinted toward the ridge with a hunger no one had ever seen. Winds ripped through the canyon, turning flames sideways, blasting burning debris ahead of the actual fire front. Embers landed on roofs, in yards, on porches miles away, igniting homes long before smoke appeared. People stepped outside to check the sky and saw a wall of black rising over the trees. Within minutes, the sun disappeared behind a boiling mass of smoke. Ash rained onto front lawns. Sirens wailed in the distance. Someone filming from their driveway whispered, "It's coming, too fast." Cars jammed the narrow roads. Dash cam footage shows families driving through darkness, lit only by flames licking the roadside. Embers bounced off windshields like sparks from a grinder. People abandoned vehicles and ran through superheated air.
DeMarco Morgan shows us where the bus faced some of the biggest dangers on its escape from Paradise.
Sprinting between burning houses as explosions echoed behind them. 2 hours later, Paradise was gone. Not damaged, erased. The heat twisted metal into knots. Trees snapped in half. Streets melted into tar. Chimneys stood like gravestones for a town that no longer existed. The campfire didn't just burn, it devoured. Number 9, the Highway of Fire, Fort McMurray, 2016. When Fort McMurray heard the evacuation order, 80,000 people jumped into their cars and attempted the impossible. Outrun a fire that didn't care who it burned. There was only one main road out, Highway 63.
Across the highway, so people who are trying to go southbound on Highway 63 here.
The lifeline and choke point of the entire city. Videos captured the moment residents realized they were trapped in a slow-moving tunnel of vehicles. Flames lunged at both sides of the road, swirling in spirals as tall as buildings. The sky glowed red. Smoke blotted out the sun. Gas tanks and stranded cars exploded like artillery shells.
Even in the past 5 minutes has just flared up. And to be honest, I'm not sure how long we'll be able to stay here, but it shows how quickly things are changing.
People filmed themselves driving through fire tunnels so bright the asphalt looked molten. A father whispered to his kids that everything would be okay, while gripping the wheels so tightly his hands shook. A family in another car recorded debris slamming into the windshield as the firestorm roared around them. When they looked back, Fort McMurray wasn't a city anymore. It was a silhouette glowing behind towers of smoke.
Well, here we are leaving the roundabout.
He thought he was escaping the fire, but he ran right into it.
Getting the out of Dodge, I can feel the heat here.
They called it the Beast, and it earned every letter of that name. Number 8, the fire tornado birthplace, Car Fire, 2018. In 2018, California witnessed something no one believed possible.
A freak of nature, the firenado.
KPIX5 reporter Wilson Walker spoke with experts about the dramatic weather event.
A fire tornado the size of a skyscraper. The air above Reading twisted into a vortex as the car fire roared across mountainsides. Cameras recorded flames spiraling upward, forming a spinning pillar hundreds of feet wide and shooting thousands of feet into the sky. Inside the vortex,
as fires continue to burn out of control near Reading, the latest numbers from Cal Fire show at least 500 structures were destroyed.
temperatures reached nearly 2,700 degrees, enough to melt metal, enough to snap steel power towers in half. Firefighters found roofs ripped upward off houses, as if pulled by invisible claws. Cars were lifted and tossed. Trees were uprooted and hurled across roads. The wind wasn't just loud, it screamed with the pitch of a jet engine. Firestorms are terrifying. Fire tornadoes are something else. A new level, a new rule book, a new nightmare. Number 7. The summer Greece turned red. Greece fires, 2021. The island of Evia had seen wildfires before, but nothing like this. Flames raced down mountainsides faster than cars could accelerate.
They are still battling to save homes on Evia. But in many parts of this island, it is not the professionals, but the residents doing the work.
Entire forests ignited at once. Villages didn't burn slowly. They vanished in minutes. Videos show residents standing on beaches at midnight, staring at an orange glow swallowing the hills behind them. Boats evacuated entire towns as the coastline burned. The sky looked like Mars, painted in reds and blacks. Ash fell thick enough to coat rooftops. Smoke choked the air until even the sea seemed to shimmer behind a haze. People filmed their towns disappearing behind a curtain of flame as they sped away on ferries. Their homes, their histories.
These are painful images, and he chooses not to show his face to the camera.
Swallowed by fire so intense it changed the oxygen around it. Greece didn't just have a wildfire season, it had a wildfire apocalypse. Number 6, when California merged into one fire, Mendocino Complex 2018. Imagine two enormous fires. Now imagine them merging. Then imagine the new combined fire growing larger than either one alone, feeding itself like a living creature, expanding across 500,000 acres. That was the Mendocino Complex.
Crews here in Southern California are trying to make sure the flames don't come any further down that ridge.
Fire crews described flames so tall they disappeared into the clouds.
That people in Greece must brace for dry, difficult, and extremely dangerous days ahead.
Illuminating the night sky with a glow visible from space. Drone footage showed valleys lit like daylight, shimmering with heat waves. Mountain ridges glowed like lines drawn in lava. There were no fire edges anymore. No definite boundaries, just a single monster moving across the landscape, unstoppable.
Napa County sheriffs have issued a mandatory evacuation in the area. 10 to 15 structures are believed to be damaged or destroyed.
Number 5, Europe's choking summer, Mediterranean fires 2021. Turkey burned, then Greece, then Italy, then Albania. The Mediterranean turned into a ring of fire. Tourists ran across beaches chased by walls of flames. Locals fought fire with buckets and garden hoses.
A spokesperson for the governor of Spain calling the fires a real environmental tragedy.
People evacuated by boat as firestorms rolled toward the shoreline. The heat was so intense it created its own windstorms, whipping flames sideways across entire neighborhoods.
Skies in French Riviera have turned red as the fires show no signs of receding. More than 3,500 hectares of forest land have been reduced to mere ashes.
Aerial footage showed entire coastlines consumed. Smoke rose thousands of feet into the atmosphere, traveling across seas, spreading a brown haze over countries that weren't even burning. This wasn't a wildfire outbreak, it was a continental warning. Number 4, the night sky over Chile. Chile wildfires 2017. In central Chile, flames rolled over mountains like a red tsunami. Videos show city blocks vanishing under waves of fire.
Dozens of fires are still burning, and forecasters have predicted no rain in the days ahead.
Forests ignited in synchronized bursts, sending shockwaves of heat across valleys. The fire didn't respect barriers. It jumped highways. It leapt across rivers. It tore through fire breaks like they didn't exist. People filmed glowing horizons turning into exploding walls of flame.
A heat wave and high winds are fueling the flames, which have already scorched some 50,000 hectares of land.
Entire towns went dark as power lines burned. Cars melted where they were parked. Streets cracked from heat. Chile had seen wildfires before, but never like this. Never with this speed. Never with this ferocity. Number 3, Portugal's fire corridor. Portugal fires 2017. Portugal faced a nightmare carved into a single highway.
What's believed to be Portugal's deadliest wildfire continues to burn in that country.
As families tried to evacuate, wind funneled a fire front into a narrow corridor. The flames accelerated, squeezing between hills, gaining speed, becoming a roaring tunnel of heat. Cars attempted to outrun the inferno, but the fire tried faster.
But could only make it as far as their vehicles. Officials say 30 people were found to have died inside their cars.
Videos show smoke so thick, headlights reflected back into the cabin. Drivers tried to maneuver blindly as flames burst across the road in a single sweeping motion. Some described it later as driving through the end of the world. Portugal would never forget that summer. Number 2, Siberia's impossible fire, Siberia Fires 2021. Siberia, the cold giant, the frozen wilderness, burned like a furnace. Millions of acres burned with no roads for crews to reach them.
Gigantic infernos burning across Siberia on an unprecedented scale, a climate catastrophe.
Villages evacuated over rivers, not highways. Farmers filmed flames marching across a tundra that should have been wet, cold, unburnable. Smoke traveled across continents, dimming skies in cities thousands of miles away.
But in Siberia, before you can fight wildfires, first you have to get to them.
Satellite images revealed something even more unbelievable: a giant smoke plume drifting over the North Pole. Siberia, the land built from ice, burned hotter than anywhere else on Earth that summer. The rules were changing, fast. Number 1, the fire that crossed borders, Australia, Black Summer 2019 to 2020. Australia's Black Summer didn't produce one fire.
Australia is on fire, and it's bigger than you think. 12.35 million acres of land have been burnt by bushfires so far.
It produced thousands. Flames so intense they created their own thunderstorms. Dry lightning born from fire itself. Animals fled toward the ocean. Families sheltered on beaches as the sky turned blood red. Houses didn't just burn, they disappeared in seconds. Cars melted into puddles. Trees exploded. Firestorms leapt over mountain ranges.
It was really difficult to see. We had trees burning on either side.
Over highways, even over entire lakes. People filmed scenes that looked impossible. Orange darkness, embers falling like burning snow. Fire clouds generating lightning that struck the ground and created new fires instantly. Australia's summer wasn't a season, it was a warning written in smoke. The final breath, and when the flames finally died, one truth remained. These weren't just wildfires, they were sirens. Roaring, relentless sirens carved into the earth.
It's been described as hell on earth.
Fireys are battling desperately.
For the first time, a catastrophic danger warning's been issued.
Homes can be rebuilt, forests can return, but the memory stays. The sound, the feeling of watching the world burn faster than anyone can run. These fires didn't arrive quietly. They came screaming, and they left scars the earth will remember forever.